Hello everyone, my name's Christian Ryan. I'm the president of Melbourne Uni Boat Club. I thought it was a good opportunity to give everyone a bit of an update, which we haven't been able to do for a while given the extraordinary times of the COVID scenario. So I thought it'd be great just to do a little video to everyone like I did last year, just on a bit of an update on the club, how things are going, and just to give everyone's sort of view on what's happening in our world down here at Melbourne Uni. I think the first thing to give everyone a bit of an update on is the old the COVID situation. Clearly, an event in our time which has affected a lot of people, not only at our club but also around the world. I'm so sure for many members it's been pretty frustrating to not being able to get out and row. Fortunately, now after a number of weeks, we've been able to get back out on the water on a limited basis. But from a club perspective and from the support of the Melbourne University, it's been great to be able to get people back on the water, training, getting out and having fun. Hopefully coming up shortly, as Rowing Victoria announced, I think today or yesterday, that the group numbers and access to the club itself will actually open up eventually. As always, we need to make sure the health and well-being of everyone is in good shape, and in partnership with the university, we'll be opening up access to the boat club upstairs for people to enjoy. So please keep an eye out on our announcements regarding that. But I'd like to thank everyone for their support through this period. I know it has been frustrating in terms of trying to get people back, trying to get out on the water, but it's also been a time where the club has had to review a number of things and about the way it operates. Fortunately, over the last number of years, we've been able to secure a good range of diverse income, for the club. Most of that, to an extent, is been locked away for 2020. We're looking at 2021 at the moment to see how things unfold. But fortunately, at the moment, we've been able to keep things ticking along through this period, and certainly behind the scenes, the committee has been working away at plans for the up and coming season and for 2021 to make sure that the club can continue in a really good shape. So again, from behalf of the committee, we're really thankful for the members' understanding of the situation, and hopefully we're back to a normal position in the future. Probably a few other little updates that I think is worth noting. As many of you aware, that Tokyo Olympics was put on hold, and we've had many of our athletes sort of floating around back home, back down at the club in more recent times. What's happening now for many of them, they're all starting to head back to the training centres. Not all of them. Many of you might have seen one of our current Olympians, Josh Booth, looking to continue his medical profession for up until the most of 2020, and then head back to the training centre later on. Many of you might have seen he's had a little article there in the ABC News there recently. But in the main, most of the athletes that have been at the training centre are now heading back to Sydney and Canberra. So we wish them the best. I'm sure it's been a challenging time for them to keep training, keep their headspace in really good shape. But hopefully they've in the next 12 months, as Tokyo comes along in July, I think next year, we'll see some great performances. Most of the athletes were in great shape. We're in pretty good form, so we expect to hopefully see them, in good shape come 12 months' time. Another little update: most of our coaches are now back, on the ground with our athletes. There's a few new ones, but we've still got Matt Ryan, who's our high performance coach, leading the crew. We've got Mitch on the girls' side. And we've now got a new coach supporting Mitch with the girls, Ed Fuller. And on the boys' side, Zach Smith and Michael Poulter. So we've got now a coaching staff of about 5 that will be rotating through the winter season and getting ready for the summer season. So now back on the ground. I would also like to welcome Alex Clark. Many of you may not be aware, but we've now kicked off a university-only program, which is a Learn to Row, or for university students only, which we started to get going before COVID, but we've now put on hold until the situation went over. But we now welcome Alex, you'll see out for a couple of times a week helping university students learn to row or get into rowing as part of our program. We're supporting students at university in a better way. The other one, we'd like to let you know that the committee's been working behind the scenes through this period, getting ready for the next season. A couple of things we're doing. We're updating. We're going to look at updating some of the equipment. I know that's been a program of ours and a priority of ours over the last number of years. You'll start to see perhaps a few more boats that become available, but also we're going to be looking at some, the equipment, the oars, the tinnies, using this opportunity with a little bit of quiet time to hopefully update a few of them in the best and most cost-effective way that we can. Which probably leads us to, the 30th of June is coming up. We're always appreciative of members and people supporting the club. It's also a good opportunity to remind our members, if they can. I know that it's a difficult time for many, but if possible, it's also an opportunity, if you can, donate and make a pre-30th of June donation to help support the club financially. At the moment, the club is going all right, but 2021 is looking, a little uncertain as to the grants and the contributions that Rowing Australia, Rowing Victoria, and sponsors and events that we hold to help support the club, and along with the Future Foundation. The Future Foundation was established many years ago to help support the club, which is led by Ag Mitchellmore. Both us, the foundation, and the club always looking for generous support, and we've always been well supported by many people, including our members. So I'm reaching out to you now. If you're able to, and I understand that it is a time where people may not be able to provide such donations and contributions, but if you get the time and also are able to, it'd be great to support the club through 2020 and 2021 behind. We'd be greatly appreciative of it. If you've got any questions about that, you can always speak to our operations manager, Dan Wallace, or speak directly with Ag on the foundation if you need any questions about the different options that are available, to that. Look, that's all for me. Again, like to thank the members for their support. Hopefully we'll see many of you over the next number of months getting out and rowing, and if hopefully we'll do a few more of these updates in the future. But thanks again, and we'll see you again soon.